Good morning and welcome to the VSA Capital 5 Minute Morning Miner on June the 29th. No, I tell a lie, it's June the 30th. So easy to miss a day in these crazy markets, isn't it? It's Thursday. That's what happens when you start flying around the world. Not around the world, I only went to Brussels, but it was a nightmare because of all the bloody queues to get through customs and flights being delayed and I don't know what. The world is crazy. Some companies have long COVID, I think. It's called corporate long COVID. They aren't able to recover from the situation they were in during COVID, where they laid off all their staff and et cetera, and now they can't get back to normal. Airports have got long COVID. Sorry, that was a little rant to get us going. Morning, Paul. How are you?
Hey, I like that phrase, corporate long COVID. That works out pretty well. Sounds like you had the same experience I did coming back to and from PDAC. So
it really does make traveling pretty unpleasant. Anyway, talking of traveling, let's go overseas to start with, because there's two clients of the Shanghai Mining Club stroke VSA. In fact, they're both parts of both. They're clients of VSA as well, that have got news out today. Let's start with the first one, which is Guanajuato Silver, which is actually becoming a mini Fresnillo, isn't it? Because it's just done this really good acquisition of the Great Panther Mexican silver assets. In fact, it's in very similar places. Projects are almost right next door to Fresnillo, aren't they?
yes, they are. In fact, they share common boundaries between them here. So it makes this deal of Guanajuato Silver to buy Great Panther's Mexico assets, which includes operating and developed properties there in the Guanajuato district, where Guanajuato Silver already is you have to say it's a great deal. Only $14.7 million for all these assets, as well as reserves, resources, plant, dumps, tails, facilities, all that sort of thing, and 3 wider exploration projects across Mexico. And it's a combination of $8 million in cash and $6.7 million in Guanajuato Silver shares. Gives them a second operating mine, or as well as adding to the El Cubo, plus the feed they get from the El Pinguico mine. The mine they gain operating is Topia, which is a silver, lead, zinc operation. So, yeah, sure looks like a really good deal for them.
They've been working on it, I know, for quite a long time, and it's a really significant deal. Anyone who's thought about or is owning Fresnillo should think about switching now into Guanajuato Silver. Anyway, I'm sure we'll be talking more about that. Let's also have a little chat about Prime Mining, which again has been actually a pretty good stock, has come up a little bit with this whole market shakeout. But talk through the news there, Paul.
Yes, came out late yesterday for the Canadian markets, and that's Prime Mining, the Los Reyes drill out the deposit there in Mexico, gold, silver. These are drilling results back from the Tajonitas lode area that have been released, and they're showing some good grades and widths here on Tajonitas. And it's the drilling both east and west continues to intersect multiple veins, both down dip as well as along strike in this phase 2 program. So bottom line is the resource continues to grow there on grades like 0.92 grams gold and 104 grams silver over 4.5 meters, or 6 grams gold and 103 grams silver over 3.4 meters as representative numbers. So more to it and more drilling still to come.
Very good. Both great companies. Right, let's also, Paul, we have some more news out of Cornish Metals. They've obviously been drilling a lot, Cornish Metals, and they've had, obviously this is down at the United Downs, and the results have been pretty good. What caught my eye on this one, Paul? They seem to have struck zinc as well as tin and copper.
Yes, zinc is not uncommon in the Cornish metal lodes. Copper, zinc, tin, tungsten, also some other exotic minerals and metals appear from time to time, like gold or indium and some other things as well. Zinc in this particular target they're drilling, which is Treneris, the base metal target, it's about 300 meters away from the prior one that they'd been drilling. They released evidence or assay evidence from 9 holes, of which there were multiple vein intercepts of note, particularly in hole 2, which were showing widths of between 1 and 3 meters, grading around or well over 2.5% tin in one intercept, and numbers like 2.5% zinc and 22 grams silver. So they're definitely got some good mineralization there. It's relatively narrow, but by the same token, it was unrecognized in the past, which means that there is a lot yet to drill here.
Okay. We also, one that I'm keeping an eye on, we had Clean Tech Lithium figures. I don't know if you saw them.
Yes, Clean Tech Lithium, it was final results for that newly AIM-listed company. And it gives a rundown essentially of prior press releases that they made. For the period out to 31 December, they had a loss of 1.2 million sterling, but because of successful fundraisers, 3.2 million cash at period end, and they have been growing the asset base here with the latest announcement out about 19 new license areas, or 119 new license applications being made there for brine lithium.
Okay, now I think that you also had on your mind this morning some news out of Pan-African Resources that you wanted to talk about.
Yes, Pan-African, the AIM-listed gold miner in South Africa. They have released the DFS on the Mogali Mintails retreatment program here, and the numbers are looking pretty much as expected to me, and that means very good. Pan-African has demonstrated its ability to develop old mine dumps and tailings in South Africa for very good profits and profit margins, and this one appears it's going to be the same way as well. Construction capex maybe about $161 million with a payback period of 3.5 years, and they would plan to be in production within about under 2 years from first construction start. This particular reserve is 123 million tons, grading just under 0.3 grams per ton for a content of 1.2 million ounces. Just by comparables, we're talking DRD Gold operating in the same country, which has a head grade on tailings and still makes good profits, about 40% lower than that. So by all means, this should also make good money.
Yeah, sounds good. I think that's probably enough today, actually, Paul, unless you've got anything burning you want to say.
Real quick, another M&A deal completing here. Nordic, which is the Oslo-listed original explorer in Europe for lithium, is selling out of its interest altogether in the Keliber mine project development in Finland to the fellow partner now, Sabania-Stillwater.
They're very aggressive in acquiring things, aren't they?
Yes, that's right.
Maybe we need to take them a few ideas we've got, Paul. Is there anything particular they're looking for, do you think?
Yes, the battery materials for sure. And if we have something in sulfide nickel, they'd certainly have a look at it.
Well, there we go. We'll bear that one in mind. Very good, Paul. We'll speak tomorrow morning because I know everybody's going to be in because it's the VSA summer party tomorrow. We've moved from a Christmas party to a summer party. Very, very exciting. I'm sure you're looking forward to that, Paul.
Yes, I know I am.
I am too. Very good. See you tomorrow, Paul.
Very good. See you then.